Hello, sysfailure here again. Today we're looking at Snapshot 13w03a. There's a few little interesting changes in this one. Mostly it's been Dinnerbone working on it, as Jeb's working on the Pocket Edition. But they are certainly changes for the better. So if we just run through them and we'll see what we have. Now, the first couple are actually not in the game here. They're actually out here in the menu. Now, if you've ever used something like the VoxelBox pack, you will know that you can change textures whilst you're in game, but as a standard Minecraft, that's not something you could do. Now, however, if we go to options in game, we have the option for texture packs, and you can pick any pack you want and it will change in game. Don't know if it's the fact that all these ones show up as being incompatible or if it's just a glitch with the current one, but when I do change packs, it doesn't necessarily properly take effect. Such as I will just take this one here. Looks like it's taken effect. Back into the game, but it's only affected some things. If we look here, all the blocks are still the same. Whereas things like the chest, that's fine. So I don't know if that's a bug or what. See, it's done the signs as well. So let's just change that back to the default one. There we go. Now the other thing is under multiplayer settings, you can now adjust your chat window with the focused height, the width, and the unfocused height on it as well. So that's quite useful, changing the size of it so it doesn't take up quite so much space if you're on quite a busy chatty server. Right, so let's show you the actual in-game things. So just head on in here. Okay, head on in here. Edge for elite Minecrafters only. Fine, okay. Well, I'm guessing we have to be a bit more experienced to get in here. So we'll go and run on and show you some of the other parts. Now, apparently, zombies and skeletons are meant to be tougher on harder levels now. I thought that was meant to be the case before, but we'll just see how they compare. So if I go on easy, swap on over, and let's see. So, zombie on easy. Okay. And skeleton on easy. Fairly simple, really. Okay. Right, so I'll just wait for the hearts to come back, and then we'll switch over to hard and see how that compares. Right, so on hard, let's have a look. Get a zombie. Yep, does seem to hurt a little bit more. Like double the damage up easy. And let that come back ever so slightly, and we'll try out the skeleton. There we do. Okay, he looks a little bit more dangerous, but not by much. So I wouldn't say there's a whole lot in that, to be honest. So back to peaceful there, and we'll just switch over on game mode. Okay. Right, well I've got a little bit of experience from them, so maybe that makes me an elite Minecrafter. So let's head on in here. Nope. Just seems to have started raining. Okay. Bear with me on that one. Right. Always rains the most inopportune times. So, no, aim with the rain gone, not working. Well, thankfully, over here we can cheat. The Adventuretron 9000. There we go. So just give myself 30 levels of experience, always useful. Now let's see if I'm elite enough now. Yes! There we go. So I'm now elite enough to enter here. Now, you may be wondering what that was exactly. It's actually a new command that Dinnerbone snuck in. Wasn't mentioned at snapshot time. But as I've been out a lot of the day, I've only just got around to doing the snapshot and noticed it in the Twitter. And what it is a test for command. So in the case of this one, it was checking for the closest player within a radius of 3 and had to have a minimum level of 30. If that was the case, and we've got this comparator down here, if I hit this, there we go, and that lights up and outputs the 1 block redstone. Let's see if I get a little out of range and hit that, it now turns off. And that's what we use to open the door there. So that's very useful in regards to adventure maps and stuff. It can also be set obviously to target pretty much any criteria, so you could have it target a single player name. So if you have your own server or something like that, it will allow only yourself through that area. Otherwise the door just won't open. Now over here we've got a nice little target range. Now I'm sure you'll recognise a little shocked friend there. There we go. Working just as expected. Firing at aloes. This one here looks altogether too happy. Let's make him do some work as well. Right. Doesn't seem to be well. Maybe we'll give him another go. Nope. One more? No. This actually is the new dropper block. You can tell the difference obviously. This one looks shocked and this one's smiling about himself. One of the main differences is obviously with dispensers, things like arrows and fire charges get launched, anything else gets dropped out. This however will drop out fire charges and arrows and such, just like that. Out of the way. Now here I have a little demonstration. I'll just point out these first. These are the new hopper minecart. I'll show you how they work in a minute. In these dispensers are fire charges, and over here we have the dropper. Now if we set it off and let's see what happens. This, nothing in it. This, nothing in it. Press a button. That one's been blown to pieces, and this one is storing a fire charge. Look over here, same again. This is the minecarts with chests in. Dispenser, dropper, hit the button, pop, that one's blown to pieces, this one's storing it. And finally, chests in front of them, press the button, fire charge comes out, obviously it doesn't destroy the chest, but nothing in that one, and that's got some in it. In fact that's got 4 because I accidentally put some in earlier. And 5, there we go. So, the new little cart, probably quite obvious to see how it's made. It's a cart and a hopper on top of each other, and they're just created. Now here's our little friend again, our little smiling block, and he has some arrows inside him. And we have an empty hopper there. So if we start up our little line here, every time our cart goes over there, it's activating this, and obviously you don't see it firing any arrows. We have a look in here. We've got 61, 60, 59, and so on. Just turn that off. And in here, it's just the one arrow because it's been coming around and dropping them off down here. Over this one, we'll just turn that off so it doesn't drop them. This is the chest minecart that we all know and love. Works exactly the same way. As it goes by, activates it. They're all piling in, and we'll just turn that off. We're looking at, and now we have 4 arrows. There we go. And just a little thing I forgot to mention in regards to the hopper minecarts. If I just get some dirt here and just throw some all over the lines here. There we go. And if we set that off, you will notice it actually collects items that it runs over. It's not totally perfect, as it sometimes will miss one and have to wait to come back. I just missed that one there, but it's got it on that time. And it will get ones that are close by, but the limit is about there. It shouldn't be able to get this one, but if that was a bit closer it would. And so it just picks them up, transports them, and like you see, it's putting them in there. So that's obviously got uses. You could probably put that into automated farms. And that's about it for this snapshot. So obviously a sub or a like is appreciated, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.